Hey guys, and thanks for joining me again on another video. Well, it's the weekend here in Melbourne and I'm actually sitting in my lounge room, hence the change of surroundings on the video. Now this week actually I got my Jazzmaster project back from Brendan Mason at Real Guitars, which is very exciting, and I thought I'd tell you 5 things I know about building up a Jazzmaster guitar. So the first thing I want to talk about is the guitar neck. Now this is a licensed Fender neck from Musicraft in the States, and it was actually a very expensive guitar neck. So it's quarter sawn, quadruple A maple, Madagascan rosewood, stainless steel frets. And but the one thing I did do is I ordered it unfinished because it was being sent to MJT to be aged with the rest of the guitar. So when you do that and you leave it unfinished, Musicraft won't guarantee the neck. And of course they get shipped in an aircraft, and this neck actually changed a bit. It warped a little bit and it moved backwards actually, which isn't a good thing. So it actually took quite a bit of work when the guitar was getting built with the fret dress to get the right angle back in the neck. And in actual fact with this neck, there's no trussel rod activation at all in this. So Brendan's done a great job on this actually, but it was a lot of work because I ordered stainless steel frets, which are pretty hard to fret dress. It's just a lot more effort, and I think you need diamond tip files and so forth. And the other thing with that too is I actually ordered the neck heavily rolled, and it would seem the process is that they put the stainless steel frets on first and then they heavily roll the neck. And that meant actually when they'd finished that the frets were actually really coming over the side of the fretboard. So again, that was a lot of work for Brendan to file all those down and taper them back to get a nice feel in the neck. Now the second thing I want to talk about actually is the pickups for this Jazzmaster. So there's quite a few good options available. There's the Seymour Duncan Antiquity 2s, there's the Lola pickups. I chose actually Curtis Novak pickups for this guitar. It's his standard set with a hotter pickup in the back, and I've got to say they're absolutely beautiful. It's very musical. The front neck pickup is very warm, it's kind of not dull, just got a lot of kind of musicality to it. And the hotter bridge pickup is just very, very chimey and kind of warm and has this kind of fizz to it, but no shrill at all. So they're really nice pickups. And the combination with the Rothstein wiring, which is then remaking a 59 Jazzmaster wiring, the combination is superb. So the next thing I want to talk about is MJT, and they did all the aging of the guitar. So I bought the body off them, obviously chose the color, which is Lake Placid blue with the matching headstock, and then I sent the various components, like this is a Fender Tremolo block, a Mastery bridge, and they aged all of those, and they've done a really nice job on that actually, and the guitar feels really good. If there's one maybe kind of, I don't even know if it's a criticism actually, but just something I kind of noticed. The aging of the neck, which looks really nice here, and that's how I chose it. They sent quite a few photos. While the aging looks really nice, the actual feel of the neck itself actually feels very new. So it feels like it's kind of got a new kind of coats of nitro on it. And as opposed to my Danacaster, which the aging of the neck, actually the feel of it felt aged as well. So kind of what I've been doing is actually just using a pot scourer, and as I'm kind of playing it, I'm just giving it a little rub back, and it's kind of putting a bit more feel into the neck. So I guess I'm looking forward to, over the next few years, actually wearing in the neck, and it's a beautiful guitar, so it's going to be well worth doing that. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Fender Tremolo block, and this is really nice. It's a nice system, lots of nice shimmer that you can put on your chords and soloing, and the arm holds its place really well, and it's holding its tune really well, which is important too. Unlike my SG with the Maestro Vibrola, which is just awful, it seems to throw everything haywire. The Mastery bridge, well, that's just superb. It just feels very confident. and seems to kind of put a lot of resonation through the body of the guitar. The heavier gauge strings are working really nicely, and with the tremolo here, it kind of seems to lighten up the tension of the strings, so it's got a nice comfortable feel over the fretboard, which is really good. So very happy with this. So my final wrap up with this guitar is definitely a keeper. Just loving it. It's got a very kind of musical tone to it, and very unique too. It actually is quite different to a Telecaster or Stratocaster, and sits nicely in between that kind of gap where you might go to a Gibson with the fatter humbucker pickups. But yeah, it's just a very musical guitar, so very pleased with it. One slight drawback I had last night, I was doing some recording with it, and I'm doing a collaboration with a friend of mine who writes ambient electronic music, and I was doing some very ambient kind of guitar lines with it, and just found in the bridge and the neck position that the pickups could be a little hummy at times and a little noisy. And when you're doing that very ambient kind of style, I was actually hearing some of the noise in it. Much better in the middle position, it seems to cancel that kind of out, but really it's a beautiful guitar, and perhaps it's just not made for making ambient music, but it's certainly up there for making rock and roll. So very pleased with it. If you've got some comments about your Jazzmasters or this guitar, please leave them in the comments section, and I look forward to reading those. And thanks again. I'll see you on another video very soon.